Again, I'm setting up little bit things, so it's taking little time. I hope I'm audible and visible. I'm just sharing my screen in a moment. I'm actually waiting for others to join. Good morning, Sujoy. How are you? So I can see student from my MA batch are also here. And today we are starting financial accounting. So who are new here? I can see a couple of students who are basically studying from me first time, or who's basically their first class in the ACCA. You can see I'm literally, feeling cold. It's really cold out there. Okay, yeah, I was just setting thing. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hmm. Password. This is audit. This is MA audit. Yeah, this is it. So okay, Krish, this is your first class. Rishi, you are also coming first time. Okay, so just give me a moment. I'll give you a warm welcome. Mhm. Folks. Okay. Actually, students are joining, so I'm basically passing a little bit of time. Huh? I hope you can understand. Ashik, I think your video camera is on. Let me help you. Okay, yeah. Please, be careful. These are very test sensitive things. Uh, Yep, just 2 more minutes and we'll start. So, yes. Till the time we are almost done. No worries, no worries. Just a second. वो actually audio on वैसे आप इसको Sujoy is saying that because we have just concluded MA batch, na? So Sujoy is saying that he thought there would be some gap, and we are just starting this week only. Just think about me, Sujoy. I'm not taking breaks. Just think about me. For student, this will be a new batch. For me, just think about it. Let me just first of all start with the orientation. I think we have sufficient students. Okay, there are other students also joining. Just a second, let me check. Can I start now? Go. Good to go. I hope so. No more waiting. Yes. Sharing my screen. You can let me know when the screen is visible. Okay. Anytime you feel okay, screen is not visible, do let me know so that we are on the same page. I'm not talking to myself only. Okay. So just good morning, Jeet. Yeah, now we are all set up. Though, I wish some of you would have been here at center. I've run in the morning to come at the center. Nobody's here. I'm feeling very lonely, very bad. So let's start. I think we don't need to wait any longer. Yeah. So let me welcome you all. Good morning, everyone. My name is Vishal. I am a qualified ACCA and I have 8 years of corporate experience, overall 11 years, somewhere around 11 years of work experience and 8 years in corporate specifically, working in multinational company in financial reporting and accounting. I am currently designated as assistant manager in a multinational company. So basically working in the finance overall for the last 10 to 11 years. I have scored All India Rank 2 at ACCA professional level and All India Rank 3 at ACCA skill level. And I have been teaching in VG Learning for last 2 years. And I think that's it from my side. And we will be covering this financial accounting subject. So I welcome you all to the ACCA. If it is your first subject, very good choice with financial accounting. If it is your second or third subject, so you already have a taste of it. And I would be surprised that you guys have taken previous batches and you have not attempted for the exam. So I hope you know that there are 3 levels in ACCA: knowledge, skill, and professional level. We are at right now at knowledge level, starting building our foundation. Basically, this is called knowledge level for a reason because we are developing our knowledge in this section. So starting with financial accounting or business technology is always a good choice. You should always, start with these subjects only because you will get some basic of accounting or basic of business. Management accounting, definitely I would expect that you have certain knowledge in terms of debit, credit, balance sheet, P&L. If that you have a basic maths, then management accounting you can start your first subject, but this subject is also good to start as a first subject. Okay. So with this, let's start. Good morning, Yuvraj. So you guys will be my future ACCS or soon to be ACCS. Okay. My future ACCS, all are sitting here. Some of you will be finance director. Some of you will be basically opening your company and hiring people like me. Okay. I will always share my CV with you. Now, first of all, we are going to focus for financial accounting orientation. Okay, I'm going to bore you about what is financial accounting, what we are going to study in the financial accounting, what about the exam, how, why, and where you will give your exam. Why I hope you are clear to get the ACCA degree. This is basically one step out of your 13 steps. When I'm saying steps, these are your exams. Please ignore my writing, huh? It is always like this. Okay. Please. Okay. So first step is basically clearing your ACCA qualification. In order to become ACCA qualified, I hope you know there are three main requirements. First requirement, qualifying exams. Okay. Second requirement is basically completing 3-year training. And final requirement is ethical module. When I talk about qualifying exam, there are 3 exams. One of them is financial accounting, and then there are other subjects also. So total 13 exams and 3 levels. Level 1, 2, 3. Knowledge, skill, and professional. Okay. Those who come from CA background, chartered accountancy background, they know they basically find a very similar pattern that they have foundation, intermediate, and final. So this is basically we have knowledge, skill, and professional. So let's start the orientation first. Before we start, do you have any question? Do you want to ask me anything, or should I start right away? My audio, video, screen visible, everything is fine. Do let me know anything. Are we live? Everyone, can you please confirm? Are we back, guys? Am I audible again? Visible हो रहा है तो इधर भी visible आ रहा है. Okay. So one of the thing you will learn in your I basically paused the video. I was basically switching something in the offline center. So one of the things you will learn in the business and technology, the technological part, that how business are dependent on technology and how technology sometimes disrupt the business. So just a moment ago, our business got disrupted. Okay. So coming back, we were discussing the financial accounting. We are right now doing orientation. We are not starting the subject. First of all, it is important that you understand the financial. So what we have discussed so far. Okay. So far we have discussed that there are so what we have discussed so far, that to become ACCA, which you are definitely going to be, you need to basically clear 3 levels: knowledge, skill, and professional, and 13 exams. FA is one of the exam, okay, out of 13. And in addition, you are supposed to basically complete 3-year training and ethical module. That I hope you already know. So this is your first step. So let's start about this financial accounting, what we are going to do. See, it's going to be a 100-mark paper. Be very clear. So far, I hope in your financial, basically in your examination or academics, you have learned that papers are only 100 marks. Are there any paper who are not 100 marks? Yes, there are certain exam modules, let's say EA or CMA. These are basically US-based certification, but let's talk about some other time. So financial accounting basically consists of 100 marks. There will be 2 major sections, section A and section B. Section A basically will consist of 30 marks. Section B will consist of 30. Basically, section A will be consisting of 70 marks. Section B will be consisting of 30 marks. Why 2 different sections? Well, basically, in section A, you will get 13 objective type questions. What are objective types? MCQ. 4 options, select one. Which option is correct? Multi-responsive. There are 4 options, select multiple. 1, 2 correct, 1, 2, 3 correct, or fill in the blanks, or let's say match the following. These are basically 2 marks, knowledge, or basically your application of knowledge based questions. We will see that. And then in section B, one of the hot topics where you will get 2 multitask questions. You will be provided a case study. You have to understand that case study, and based on that, you have to basically give 3 to 5 questions. Basically, either consisting of 5 mark each or 2 mark each. Basically, 15 mark one case study and 15 mark second case study. So this 2 case study will be consisting of 15 marks. And this will be one of the hottest topic. Let's say what can come here? Company's account. What can come here? Consolidation. What can come here? Let's say suspense or error entries. This will be the area where it can be checked. Is there a pattern? Is there a guarantee? Okay, which topic will come? No, there is no guarantee. Understand. You are going to appear for a ACCA examination, which is a professional qualification. One thing I want to keep this in your mind on the very first day. You are not studying something academic. You are studying something professional. And ACCA is a professional body. So it expects you to cover 100% syllabus. So if any student tomorrow comes and asks me, Vishal, what are the relevant topics we need to study for exam? I will say everything. In one single attempt, let's say if I talk about, we are in January 2025. And by the way, Happy New Year to everyone. So in January 2025 till let's say March 2025. In knowledge level, there will be at least 2 to 3 lakh students who might have given their exam. I'm not kidding. Overall, the world, there will be 2 to 3 lakh students who might have given the exam. So at least you can expect from a professional body that, have a habit of basically giving exam to 2 to 3 lakh students. They know what student will be trying. Okay, let me select this topic. This will be the basically important topic. Let me try that. Let me tell you. ACCA has basically, done in something in past that you would not believe. Consolidation is something that is one of the, longest topic in FA. And sometimes it only comes to 4 to 5 marks. So you trying to guess topics now will be the most basically blunder thing you would do for yourself. Please be sincere. Try to complete 100% syllabus. Try to score good marks. If you cover 100% basically percent syllabus, definitely your chances of scoring 90 marks would be higher, right? Try to score big, try to think big. Don't try to be a very small thinking person who's only focused on short term, that okay, let me select important topics. Please don't do with that approach. You are going to study in skill level, professional level. Those are concepts going to be utilized in skill and professional level. This FA will be used throughout your professional skill, and not only here but also in your career also. So please don't do that mistake. Cover 100% syllabus. So first of all, I hope the exam pattern is clear. Exam will be 100 marks. Section A 70 marks, section B 30 marks. Section B will consist of 2 case studies. Section A will consist of 35 objective type question. Multi-choice, multi-responsive, fill in the blanks, match the following. Any confusion here? Everyone, are we clear with this? Yes. Second, since you are studying ACCA, it will be 100% computer-based subject. Computer-based, meaning there will be no pen and paper. Sorry, we are past that time. Now it will be 100% computer-based exam. It will be 2-hour exam. You need to sit for 2 hours, and your paper will be evaluated based on computer. Because this is a knowledge level, your result will be given on same day. Okay, the moment you complete your paper, you will submit the exam as guided by the instructor of the examiner, and then your result will also come. In order to pass, you need 50 marks. That Please score 50 marks and you are qualified to basically move to the next subject. So far good. Computer based exam, 2-hour exam, 100% basically computer, no pen and paper, 100 marks paper, section A, section B, and 50% passable. Okay. Okay. Anything else? This is basically syllabus, which we will be looking throughout, basically making you understand what is financial reporting. Some of you are already basically coming from a commerce background. How? You might have studied accounting in your schooling time or maybe in your college. Okay. So what you need to understand, accounting, financial accounting is not about debit credit, those who already know about it. It's not about debit credit. In financial accounting, definitely fundamentals of debit credit, fundamental of conceptual framework, fundamental of basically, suspense, general ledger, journal entries, trial balance, balance sheet, P&L will be there. But most important will be reporting of financial statements. Financial statement. This is one of the highest paying jobs. One of the highest paying jobs that is there. Auditing, financial statement reporting. So if I talk about audit is a separate subject that is, one of the highest paying jobs, and also reporting. Preparing financial statement, your balance sheet, your P&L, your cash flow statement. And maybe you guys are, at your level right now, you can think of, okay, journal entries, journal processing. No, financial statement preparation is not only about journal entries and journal preparation and trial balance. No, it is about data processing. It is about synchronizing your business with the financial statements. Okay, but again, this is too early for you. We will cover basically this principle of accounting, double entry system. Don't need to worry about it, that if I'm not going here right now, if you don't know about it, because this is what we will learn. Okay, we will learn basically how transitions are recorded. Okay, some other students are also joining. Reconciliation, preparing trial balance, financial statement, basic consolidation. Basic consolidation means this will continue in your skill and professional level. Skill level and professional level, if I remember correctly. It's been time now since I have given my exam. So maybe at skill level, definitely consolidation will be there. I don't remember at the professional level. And interpretation of financial statement. Because why we prepare financial statement, we will learn that too. So these will be the syllabus area. Don't worry, we will cover everything in detail once we go chapter by chapter. Okay. Now, before we basically wrap it up, just quick notes. You will be given BPP book in VG Learning if you buy book from VG Learning, meaning you can also buy from outside market. The two popular books are BPP and Kaplan. Okay, which one you want to go? Anyone. I would say anyone. I would not give you any decision. You can buy anyone. I will be teaching from BPP in the class. Okay. If let's say you decide to go with Kaplan, just try to find the relevant chapter that I'm teaching in the class. You are good to go. Okay. Please don't expect me to tell you which is the relevant chapter. I'm teaching from BPP, so I'll only tell about BPP. Syllabus is same. Syllabus will be same. The syllabus we just saw now, this syllabus will be same. So it's not like, let's say, if BPP has, let's say, 24 chapters and Kaplan has 12 chapters. So it's not like BPP has more syllabus and Kaplan has basically less syllabus. I hope you are mature enough to understand that they have clubbed or basically split the chapters according to their requirement. Okay. Now, there will be two basically books you will be given. One is workbook, one is practice kit. Workbook, basically the knowledge, all the knowledge we will cover in the class. Practice kit, just write very, 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 very important. Please, one thing on day one, please keep this in your mind forever. When you are studying ACCA, practice kit should be your Bible, your holy book, whatever you want to call it. But practice kit should be your priority. If you are basically studying ACCA and you are only learning, only learning, only focusing on knowledge. There is no point. There is no point. Let me tell you why. Because in section B, there will be case study. You're supposed to apply your knowledge on case study. And at skill and professional level, you will deep dive into case studies. You need to see how what you learn now, how you apply in the practical life. And that's why practice kit will be very, very important. Those who come from CA background, those who have completed their BCom honors graduation or for any commerce basically course, please understand, course will be similar, syllabus will be similar, exam will be different. It's like, you preparing for test match and then suddenly you are shown up for a T20 match. A format is completely different. So please understand, practice kit will be very, very important for you. And not only in this level, but also for all the levels and all the exams in ACCA. Because in ACCA, exam pattern is different from other basically courses. Okay, so through books, workbook and practice kit, before appearing for exam, my tip would be, please complete your practice kit. Complete your practice kit at least 2 to 3 times, minimum, bare minimum. And my purpose is not that you memorize the concept. My purpose is, first time you attempt, you will find some questions that you were not able to do. You face challenge. Second attempt, once you have basically marked those questions which you were failed to do, revise those concepts, basically which topic you were struggling with, and then come back on second attempt. Try to see whether you were able to overcome. And in third attempt, you should be able to basically clear all questions without having any doubt. Okay, the purpose is not to memorize question. Students do the mistake, they memorize the question. The purpose would be to clarify the concept with each practice. Okay, then there is ACCA Study Hub, which I'm just going to introduce to you. Another study portal. Let's say you don't want to buy BPP Kaplan. My class notes will be enough for knowledge purpose, but definitely for practice, if you don't have, let's say, I will tell my case that I started ACCA because I didn't have resources. So your purpose is to basically get higher salary, you want to get a higher job, you are trying to do a started certification and you basically don't have money or you are not interested in buying the foreign authors. You are not interested in understanding them. ACCA has provided you a free study source, which is ACCA Study Hub. For FA, let me tell you, I always make it compulsory. I will always make it compulsory in BT subject that you have to complete Study Hub. Without Study Hub, you'll not go for the exam. Okay, but for basically FA or MA, this is my advice that you should do it. I'm not forcing you. But for BT, I will always force you to do it. You can't appear for exam before studying. But for FAMA, I will say do it if you basically have to. Reason? Because FA and MA are more conceptual. So if you are clear with your BPP kit, it will be enough. If you want additional practice, definitely you should go for basically the Study Hub also. Because there are students who are not able to understand the concept from one book, so maybe other books help. So let me show you Study Hub for your reference so that we get a clarity. Ritika's question, you have a very valid question that let's say if we are attempting the second time, so at that time, we will know the concept. So how can we basically attempt second time without memorizing? That's a very valid question, Ritika. And that is why I'm saying my purpose is to basically help you understand the difference between clarifying the concepts and memorizing. Okay, I will practice questions with you. So I'll show you basically what do I mean, Ritika. That once you practice a question, wherever you find challenge, mark that question and try to see where you face the challenge. Where students stuck, where student are mostly stuck. They basically say, okay, this is the question I didn't basically able to answer. Why they were not able to answer, they don't focus on that. They just basically focus, okay, this is the question I didn't able to answer, so let me basically memorize the answer. This is a wrong approach. You have to understand why you basically were not able to answer. Okay, this why I will clarify once we will practice the questions. Okay, Ritika? So for the timing, I'm showing you study hub. Let me know if the screen is visible, everyone. Right now, we are just doing the orientation. Don't worry, we have not started the subject. Those who have studied BT or MA from me, or those who already know this, I know you might be finding this little bit boring, but please let me just go through it because this is our first class and I have to make everybody understand about it. So screen visible that I am on basically on the website. I'm opening the ACCA website. Everyone, yes? Chahat says yes. Thank you, Chahat. So this is the page which you guys should familiarize yourself. If you're already familiar, very, very good, because here you will be able to log in your MyACCA account, the ACCA number that you have. Let me just show you my login. Oh, there is a few pending now. Should I show you? Okay, let me just show how it looks like once you become member. This is my login, just showing it off. I'm not sure about the student. For us members, the portal has changed. So you can tell me that there is whether there is any change in the portal. So this is basically the so first flag is that I have not paid my fee. Okay, ignore. I have paid my fee. I have paid my fee. Just ignore this. So this is basically a member portal that apply for subscription, record your CPD, continuous professional development, or download an exam transcript, something like that. I used to show one circle. Actually, they have changed this portal. My qualification. ACCA learning, exam history, professional development, document, member certificate. Let me show you member certificate. Yeah. So this is basically the certificate we receive. I'll not show you the basically a membership I have obtained very recently. So don't say, Vishal, did you become ACCA in 2024? No, I am basically ACCA very prior to that, but member I have recently applied. You can apply membership at any point of your time, but I will say sooner the better. So this is the crest you get from the president. This is the certificate showing that I am the official member. So this is the crest you should be aiming for. Okay. Okay, enough with this. Coming back to the original topic. Now, this is the portal. Please familiarize yourself. My ACCA account. You will go there, log in, and you will show the student portal. Which section right now you are concerned? Student section. Okay, I hope you guys are finding it useful that I'm showing it to you. Okay, I know some of you might be finding it boring. So, student section, go to study support resources. ACCA portal, student, study support resources. And here go to ACCA qualification, not to other levels, just to ACCA qualification. And here is the pool of resources. You can see all the subject here. We are right now concerned with this one, financial accounting. Ethics is basically ethical module, G. You are supposed to complete 3 levels. First is examination, second is 3-year training, and third is ethical module. Okay. So this is the subject financial accounting. Just go here. In financial accounting, what you will do, you will basically open your study hub. Okay. This study hub will give you access to the resources. I'm just logging in. Many students ask me, okay, how to approach a study hub. That's why I'm showing. Otherwise, I can simply start the subject. Okay, some glitch, not sure. Okay, net issue. Let's see whether we are able to start it. Otherwise, I'll start the subject. Yes, sub is subject. Let's see whether it logins. It's taking its sweet time. So far, any question, anyone? No, what question you will have? Now, fine, let's open. So, this is the study hub I was talking about. This is for business and technology. No, I don't want business and technology. I need financial accounting. September 2024 to August 2024. Let it open. You will select your subject. I have selected financial accounting, and you can see I have jumped to financial accounting. There are 18 chapters in your study hub. In your BPP book, there are 24, 26 chapters. So please, I hope you realize that these are just split of chapters according to the basically author. ACCA study hub is providing you 18 chapters. BPP book is providing you 24 or 25 chapters. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Now, study hub is definitely my favorite portal. Let me show you why. Go to a chapter. Basically, start the chapter. It will first of all give the basically summary of what you will see. And then from the summary, you will be given a context, business entities. How much you understand? Medium. How much you understand? High. Next move. Sole traders. Okay, I read this. How much you understand? Let's say I understood it very high. Okay, I want to highlight something. Let me highlight it. I want to use a calculator. Calculator will be there. Okay, question practice. What is the activity? This will also be there. So you can see study hub is very, very, user friendly. You can use it, you can highlight it, you can mark it. You want to create some notes, you can basically bookmark this page, or you can create your own notes here so that you can basically come back to this page and refer these notes. So this is definitely a very, very good, useful tool. And not only that, once you, let's say, through with everything, all the sections of the exam, let me just complete it. You will get us basically coverage, what part of the syllabus you have covered. Second, the summary of the chapter with a quiz, which is basically exam oriented. Let's take one quiz. Let's say there are a number of different statements. I'll not basically read the question. I'll just select one. B, let's say C, let's say A, let's say C, and let's say A. Let's see how many options I selected correctly. There were 5 questions in the quiz. I selected it. And you can see out of 5, I was correct for 1 option. So even if I didn't know the answer, out of 5, I was correct for 1. So one understanding for the exam, don't leave any question. Okay. So what the purpose was? Basically, you will have chapters, all the content, as well as you can highlight which topic you want to basically focus on. Let's say here I marked it as medium. I come to the chapter. I try to look at it. I see that there was a section that was, I given a medium confidence that I was not able to understand. So I can directly jump to this section and I can focus on this. I can ask queries. You can ask me. You can ask your fellow students. You can basically read about it so that you get more clarity. Okay. And second, after each chapter, there will be a quiz, basically 5 questions given here. You can always reset it. Okay. And after this is first part of this entire 18 chapters. Then there is a second section on the left side. Sorry, practice section. It is a very, very important section. Those students who get, doubt about themselves that, okay, are they not able to clear their concepts? Will they be able to, solve paper in the exam? Please, 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 after you complete chapter, please go through these 19 questions. Just like those 5 questions, now there are additional 5 basically questions. You can see, true, false, true, false. Question will come like this. Let's say section B. Let's say advantage, disadvantage, disadvantage, advantage. Oh, this was by chance correct. How? B, statement, profit. Select. You can see I can practice the way questions will come in exam. It is very, very important. So please use this and try to practice questions. This is like, treasure for you. Those who are not clear with the concept, and every chapter 19, 20, 40, 50, 16, this will be useful for you very, very much in your knowledge level exam, because these are objective type. So please use this. How to approach ACCA? Basically, if I just go back, how will you approach? Let me just ACCA Global, ACCA Student Section, Study Support Resources, ACCA Qualification, select your subject and go to ACCA Study. ACCA Study. Once you're done here, you basically select your subject and you start studying. After every subject, you will have 5 questions of quiz and practice questions of 15 to 20, 24 questions. Very, very important for you if you are not clear with your BPP. If you feel BPP is not enough, you can come and practice here. Those students who feel that, okay, their concepts are not getting clear, Study Hub is a must, even for financial accounting and management. In BT, I definitely say don't take your exam before Study Hub. But in FA and MA, I say, okay, I can give you some leniency because it's more conceptual. Okay, so please use this to enhance your knowledge, enhance your efficiency. Clear with this, everybody? About Study Hub? Let me close it down. We don't need it right now. Let's come back. Where were we? Okay, so I hope study resources are clear. You will have my class notes, the working notes in Excel and in basically PPT, which I will share with you after the class. Second is your basically BPP or Kaplan practice kit and workbook. Practice kit is a very, very important. And third is your study. Is this clear? Everybody, now we are just left with 1 point. Rest point I can leave right now. We don't need them right now. Actually, these points are relevant for the skill level exam. Yes, sub is subject, Jeet. Everybody, we are clear with this? Anybody, any question? Okay. Now, for knowledge level exam and for your professional level exam as well. Because it's a computer-based exam, okay, how you can give exam is also, available, especially after COVID now. The way we work, the way we, operate, the way we give exam has changed. The way we are taking class, it's online, offline. You want, you can come to the center and attend. You want, you can sit at your home and attend. Up to you. Similarly, exam have changed. Now either you can give exam from center or you can give exam from your home. Yes, exam from home is allowed in ACCA, provided there are conditions, and there are very strict conditions. Internet availability, okay, one of the condition. Second is, let's say, internet availability. Second would be, let's say, comment. Ethics subject. Ethic is a module, Jeet. Ethic. Yeah. For Sanya, skill level and professional level as well. Ethic is a module, Jeet. There is an ethical module which you are supposed to complete for completing your ACCA. Na? Becoming ACCA member requires supposed to complete ethical module. That is basically ethics subject. Okay, Jeet? Is this clear? Now, home-based exam, it is allowed for knowledge, skill, and professional level. But there are conditions. Internet connectivity, you are in a home. Basically, there is no, glass wall. Okay, there should not be, third person should not be coming in your room. Anytime the person comes, your exam will be cancelled immediately. They basically, you will be showing examiner your room, basically through camera. There will be a system testing. So these are some tough conditions. And to be honest, I have always given exam from center only. So please don't come and ask me, okay, which exam I should give, remote or center. Based on the student feedback, I can say those who have good resources, okay, they have their own room, they have their own very good system, good Wi-Fi connectivity, they prefer center-based or home-based exam. They don't need to go to center. But those who are like me, those who don't like to, worry about internet connectivity, electricity issue, anything, people like me go and basically give center-based exam. It's your, okay? ACCA gives you flexibility. And one more thing I forgot to mention when we were discussing about exam, which is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. And this will be a very, very problem area for you if you don't basically focus right now. See guys, we are on day 1. This is January. Our syllabus will be completed, let's say by the end of March. Okay, by the end of March, let's say last week, we will be able to complete the syllabus. If you want, we can finish the syllabus early by mid-March or early March by taking extra classes. It's all up to you. All up to you. So by 2 to 3 months, we will be done with our syllabus. Simple. I hope no confusion. Approx classes will be 20 to 24 classes. Okay. That is basically the expectation. Why I'm telling you this? I don't need to tell you this because this is my plan. I should be taking FA class according to my requirement, right? And I have the basically power to say what will happen. I am telling you this because student once complete their batch by the March are supposed to give their exam by mid-April or max by end of April. But what happens now in knowledge level? All exams. Student differ. They differ. ACCA gives you flexibility at knowledge exam that you can appear for your exam on your demand for knowledge level, not for skill and professional level. Skill and professional level exams happen every 3 months, but for knowledge level, you can give exam the day you are ready. That is a very, very good thing. So you try to complete the syllabus, you try to test yourself, and then you appear for the exam. Problem happens that student is never sure when they are ready. Second problem, that student think, okay, I will complete my syllabus next month, then next month, and then next month. Students who have studied from me from last year now, they are still asking me, can we give exam now? Am I ready? My syllabus is not completed. How to study consistently? Are you understanding the seriousness of the situation? This is too serious. So please don't let this advantage become a problem for you. And this will be a serious problem for you. Some of the students, unfortunately, went into depression because of this. Because they felt the guilt that they were deferring and kept on deferring. Please don't do that. We are right now on online classes, online, offline. Basically, this is a live class. This is a live session. Please utilize this. What do I mean by that? Live classes means you have an accountability towards yourself. Every week, there will be classes and we will be covering chapters. So the moment we cover chapter number 1, you are supposed to complete chapter number 1. We have completed chapter number 2. You are supposed to complete chapter number 2. You can always go ahead and study basically chapters which are ahead of other class. But please don't lag behind. If we have completed chapter number 13, chapter number 13 should be completed by you. I don't know how. You have marriage, your concern. You have family issues, your concern. At the end of the day, Please understand, you have paid a fee. Maybe you have paid out of your pocket, or maybe out of your parent pocket. Money is valuable. Don't let it waste. This is my very, very sincere request to you on day one. If you are enrolled in this exam, please be sincere and give it. You don't need to spend more than 1 month once you are through with the syllabus. So on an average, your time for one subject in knowledge level would be 3 to 4 months. Okay? Not more than that. Not more than that. Please don't do that. In 6 months, you should be completing with your 2 subjects or at least 3 subjects. I don't know how. If you decide you have enrolled for ACCA, please show the commitment. Otherwise, this procrastination will come. You can see I'm spending unnecessary extra time. Reason is there because of past experience. Okay. I hope I was able to communicate this with you. Please use this online live classes as a way to keep a track on yourself. Second best thing you can do, today you can book your exam. Yes, 3 months after now, when exam will be given, you just selected it, you book your exam today, so that you don't defer it. You have no other option. Money is gone. You have no other option. Exam will be there. One of the options I give students, those who are deferring too much, just select a date and give your exam. The day comes, you will have to appear for the exam. You have no excuse. So this is it from my side for the financial accounting orientation. You have any question about orientation, anything, do let me know. This is just a general tip, how to create a steady schedule, which we will learn throughout the syllabus, throughout classes. So don't need to discuss this specifically. Okay, let me know any question. This is for the orientation and we are taking a break after this. I hope I was able to answer most of your questions. Okay. Prajwal, do we get our results in real time? Yes, Prajwal, once you complete the paper, your exam basically gets, you get the result after that. Happened with me, only 2 exam BTM in 24. Okay, Yuvraj, so please be sincere. Now you have a time to be accountable to yourself. Once you get into the skill level, definitely accountability will come, but please use this lectures, live classes as your basically an accountability. You need to have some external accountability, and that's what this class is about. Okay. Yes, Rishi, you will be able to access recorded lecture. In case you miss any lecture, don't worry. After Thursday, let's say class happens Saturday, Sunday, by Thursday, you will get a recorded lecture. Because of some IT thing happened back end, so recorded lectures are provided by Wednesday or Thursday. You can check with VG Learning team. These are administration query, but I hope I was able to solve it. Ritika says syllabus complete by mid-March, like 14-15, then it is good enough so that we can give attempt by last March. No, Ritika, I would say try to give by 10th April. If syllabus complete by 15 March, then you can give your exam by 10th April so that you have at least 20 days to prepare yourself. Okay, Ritika? Basically 20 days minimum, 30 days maximum. That should be your preparation time. Once you are through with the syllabus, once you understand the thing. I'm not saying, Ritika, okay, syllabus is done, but you didn't study. Syllabus was done, but you didn't study. Then 30 days. It's pointless then. Then you need to give 1 month for your syllabus preparation and then 1 month for the exam preparation. So please don't do that. Please complete the syllabus along with the classes. Okay? Any question, guys? Anything left? Okay, I hope I was able to solve your queries. Thank you confirming Sania and Chehek. So this is it, financial accounting, and let's jump to financial accounting subject. Ritika, I also applied for skill level exam, no? Not only for professional level, but I also applied for skill level, and that's why I scored rank there, no? You also done 3-year PER again? Yeah, Ritika. Basically, I had done 3-year training in CA, and at that time I was doing job. Basically, I left CA in 2017, and after that, I started ACCA in 2022 exactly, and completed the ACCA in 2022 itself. By 2023, I was ACCA. So what happened there? I basically completed my, I was doing the job from 2017 to 2024. I was doing the job. So I used that work experience. ACCA gives you flexibility that you can use your job as a work experience. That is the flexibility ACCA gives you. This is no other, qualification gives you this flexibility. And that's why you can see many CA students jump to that. I was a CA student. I jumped to ACCA because of this. Okay. If you have any personal professional query, advice you won't need, or you need any counseling, you can directly reach out to me on WhatsApp. Okay, I'm always available on WhatsApp. Please understand. Definitely, I'll take 24 hours to reply, but I will reply. It is my responsibility towards you. Prajwal, in ACCA, you can complete training any point of time. You have already work experience, you can start ACCA after that. ACCA gives you this flexibility. You can start training anytime. But a big but from me. If you have just completed your college, if you are just starting your studies, you are in your 20s right now. You have not crossed 23, 24, 25. Please complete your education. Please complete your skill level. If you do not complete your skill level and start training, you will not get that rank. Trust me, you will not get that rank. There are students who have scored rank, completed ACA while doing their training, while doing their job. But they are exceptions. The level of commitment they show is exceptional. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. Completing ACCA with rank, with job, there are students, there are examples, you will find many. I completed my ACCA with job and scored rank. But I was experienced from CA background. You are freshers, you have just started ACCA, you don't have any commerce background education, please don't risk that. Please, first of all, complete your skill level. But if you have, let's say, some financial background reason, financial reasons, you need to support your family. I had the reason I had to leave the ACCA, not because I was not able to do it, because I had financial condition issues. So I left it because of financial condition, and I can understand every person goes through some situation in their family. If that is the case, I will not comment it. If you want to start a job, if you want to start a training, please do that. But please don't compromise your studies. That is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So I think with this, we can take a break. And let me know if any question. Otherwise, we are on a break for 10 minutes. Just to let you know, we will have 2 breaks. 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Class will be 3 hours. I hope you already know about it. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 break. 10-minute break right now, 10-minute breaks after 1 hour. We are starting the subject after this. Any question? I'm always ready to answer. Okay? So let's take a break. Let me know once you are back. Wally? Chapter number 1, financial accounting. Let me also basically share the ACCA book. This is chapter number 1, financial accounting. Okay. This is known as Introduction to Accounting. This is your BPP book, chapter number 1. You can open that. Or if you don't have it, don't worry. I'll cover the notes for you. Okay. What is financial accounting, guys? Enough me saying everything. What do you understand by financial accounting? What is financial accounting? Those who are already, from commerce and finance background, I expect good answers from you. Tell me, what is financial accounting? Is it debit credit? What do we do in financial accounting? Let's see. Is related to finance. Very good, Bahura. What a good answer. Ayushman, measuring financial performances and financial position. Financial performances and financial position. So Ayushman, you have given exact definition. I'm surprised. I hope you understand what you're saying. Financial performances and financial position. And not only measuring, Ayushman, I would say report also. Measuring and reporting. Chahak says through financial accounting, we can understand the financial position of a business. Very good definition again, Chahak. Kudos. Determining financial position of a firm. Brilliant. So you guys are using this financial performance position. I hope you understand the meaning of this word. This is a technical term, but if you understand it, it's very brilliant. Providing summarizing statement of company to its various stakeholder, monetary and non-monetary. So Yuvraj, for monetary part till you have given an excellent definition. For non-monetary, I would not agree because we are talking about financial accounting. We are not talking about management accounting. Difference between financial accounting and management accounting is that management accounting has basically non-monetary terms. But in financial or accounting, we only focus on monetary terms. Okay, but the definition was brilliant, Yuvraj, that you provided. Summarize statements to company to its stakeholders. Very, very good. G is saying process of recording and analyzing financial transaction. Okay, that is basically a system you're talking about. Financial transactions, recording and analyzing them. That is a analyst job or analysis. That is not related to financial accounting specifically, G. Maintaining systematic record of all financial transactions to get a better picture of profit and loss in business. Very Tanya. Ashik says financial accounting is the process of recording, summarizing, and reporting financial transactions. Again, a very good definition. Basically, recording them, summarizing, and reporting them. Very good. So these are the three keywords: recording, summarizing, and reporting. Profit and loss, recording, analyzing, summarizing transactions. So let me just start. You guys are all correct. You guys are rocking right now. Basically, you are giving me absolute amazing good definitions. Recording transactions. See, recording transaction is one part. Summarizing them again still doesn't make only financial accounting. It is also available for other places. Reporting them. Now this piece make it unique. Vishal, what about management accounting? We also record there. We also summarize and report. Well, the report that we do are as per law requirement. Okay, this is as per law requirement. This is basically financial recording, summarizing, and reporting. Okay. Okay. So sorry. I need to take a break. Just a second. Huh? I'll be back. In the meantime, what you can do, try to read this. Or instead of that, no? Just a second. Just read this paragraph. I'll be back in a moment. Okay? Just give me a moment. So sorry for the delay. Actually, it was an emergency case. A student who's about to give exam wanted to meet me, so I had to go. So sorry, huh? I understand. Hello, Jeet. So are we back, guys? I know. I took extra time. Moment like this, I don't want to miss. Yes, please go on. Guys, are we back? Hello, 1, 2, 3, mic testing. Let's start what we were discussing. So Please understand. Hello, everyone, are we back? Can anyone confirm? My audio, video, everything is fine? Yes. Okay. Thanks for confirming. And again, I apologize for the abrupt stop. So, what I was saying, recording, summarizing, reporting. Financial accounting now is about recording the transaction, summarizing them, reporting them of financial or monetary nature. Monetary nature, which happened in past or historic. Please understand the key difference between financial accounting and management accounting. Why I'm saying management accounting? Because you are going to learn management accounting very soon. Is this difference that financial accounting is all about monetary items and past data, something that has happened. Example, let's say this phone. Oh, it's not visible here. Yeah, maybe, yeah, now it's visible. This phone, I purchased this pen tablet, I purchased this laptop, purchased. If I sell, sold, not sell, sold, purchased, these are all past actions, which we record, which we summarize, and we report. That is the key difference between the management accounting and financial accounting. It's all about past transactions. Basically, we are covering basics, Rishi. If you are already aware about financial accounting, debit, credit, balance sheet, P&L, so I don't think any major challenge. First class will be slower. This is a first class, so we are not covering any major topic. Okay. So recording, summarizing, reporting of financial or monetary items, balances, transaction of past data or historic data. Okay. Two stakeholders. Those who know, very good. Those who don't know, owners or shareholders, lenders or borrowers, debtors or customers, creditors or suppliers, government, local community. Vishal, what these are? These people are called stakeholders. Those who have a stake or interest in the company. So owners who have given their money in the company or organization or business, definitely. Shareholder, what are shareholder? Well, shareholder are specifically two companies. If you have heard about them, very good. If you don't know, we are just going to cover it. Borrowers, who are going to borrow money to you, who are going to basically give you, or they are also known as lenders. They give you money. Banks provide you money as a credit. Customer, supplier, creditor, very, very important. That they basically buy goods from you. They basically provide you goods, supplier, creditor, and customers. Government, they provide infrastructure for your business to run the organization. Local, basically you provide employment to them. They provide the job workforce to you. I'll relate everything and basically make you understand the importance in the practical world. Okay, this is just a starting. Very good. Debtors, payables, concerned with company. So let's first of all understand 2 to 3 things. Okay, we'll cover P&L, balance sheet, everything. First, cover very, very important 3 concepts. What is a sole trader? What is a partnership? And what is a limited company? If you are clear with this, if you have already covered business and technology, then you already know about it. But if not, then please, it's a very important concept. Remember, accounting, financing doesn't create business. It's the business that create accounting, financing, IT, whatever you know, the world you see, it's only because of business. The world you see around yourself, the technology we use is not because some basically philanthropic person came into the world and they provided the technology. No, It was the business who provided this technology. It is the business that has provided the society. So business shapes the society, and its business is basically created this profession of accounting and financing and taxation and auditing. So it is important that you understand the business. Understanding business, creating your commercial acumen is as important as understanding accounting. Many of the mainstream courses lack this. ACCA don't. ACCA recognize that its student, its members, its professionals are supposed to have an understanding how business run. That's why you are given a subject at knowledge level business. Business subject is given to you at a knowledge level and also at professional level. SBL, strategic business leadership. Not only business leadership, but strategic business leadership. What if you tomorrow create your own board of director room? What if you participate in board of director? Are you only asked questions about accounting, finance? No, you are asked business questions. You are given business scenarios. You are supposed to understand them. And that's why ACCA forces you or try to encourage you to develop a commercial acumen, also known as business understanding. Read these newspapers, learn business news. It's important. Which company acquired which company merged with another company, which company split with another company, what is the competition strategy, what is the product introduction in a market, what is basically competition level, Porter 5 forces, basically, BCG metrics. These are very, very important things to understand business. And that's what ACCA is trying to teach you. So given this background, don't worry, we are not going to cover all this here. This is definitely covered in your business and technology subject, but let's understand these basic concepts. Sole trader, partnership, and limited. Let's first of all cover this one. So far you're with me? Okay. Let me create a sole trader. Partnership. And a company. Okay. Let's understand the business. First of all, business. See, when we talk about business, all company, partnership, and the sole trader, they all are allowed to business. Basically, they can do the business. The difference would be sole trader. Let's say sole trader is one. Let's say today I decide to open my business. So business will be in my name. Let's say Vishal and Sons. Just my family business. That's why Vishal and Sons. This is my business. I have opened in my name. If I die, business dies. If I am here, business is here. This business is represented by me. In partnership, let's say Vishal and Akash. As an example, two person coming together, opening business in domain. What if I open a company? Let's say I call it not Vishal. Let's create a company to show it a separate entity. ABC Limited. Difference would be, one is Vishal and Traders, Vishal and Sons. Basically, I am the owner. I have invested my money. Here also I have invested my money, but someone else also has invested my money. So they are my partners. And here, me, my friend, family, and sometimes even public. Public is what? People who I don't know. I have never met. They can also invest. So company is a place where there will be multiple owners, friends, family, public, including government. Yes, government can also be here. Government can also be here. So sole trader, partnership, company. This is their business. They are all allowed to do business. The way they do the business is basically different. Some do in their own name. Basically, they create a sole tradership. You start a business, you start a project. That will be completely a sole trader. Okay, unless you registered it as a partnership or as a company, you will be a sole trader. Okay, when it comes to sole trader, a very important concept comes, which is liability. And this liability is the reason that companies were formed. This liability word is the reason that companies were formed. Okay, let's see. Let's say this person has 10 crore assets, 10 crore assets, and liability of how much? 15 crore. If tomorrow this business goes insolvent, basically this person becomes insolvent or bankrupt. Anybody who's not clear with these words? Basically, the business need to be sold. The person can no longer continue the business. 10 crore was the assets or the money this person had. Asset means the money. And liability, I hope we all understand, the amount to be paid. To be paid. So if I have 15 crore to pay and I have 10 crores of assets, meaning 5 crore is left to pay after selling this asset, yes or no, everyone? 10 crore assets I have sold them. I was only able to pay 10 crore to the liability. 5 crore was still remaining. You know what will happen in sole trader? Sole trader will, these are business assets. These all are business assets. Sole trader need to sell their personal assets also. Personal assets also. What do I mean by personal assets? That these 5 crore will be recovered by selling my home, my car, my family jewelry, anything that I own, anything that is I have as an asset will be sold and basically used to pay this 5 crore. If I am not able to pay 5 crore, I basically remain any amount, I will be sent to jail. My family will be on road. That is a risk a sole trader bears. Their liability is unlimited, meaning until they pay their liability in full, any asset, any income they have will be recovered from them and will be used to pay their liability. Clear, sole trader? What is sole trader? I start a business, let's say with 10 crore, and tomorrow I get a 15 crore liability. Then all these 10 crore, if let's say I cannot continue business, all these 10 crore will be used to pay off this 15 crore. If I am not able to pay this 15 crore, 5 crores are left. In that case, my personal assets will be attached, and I will be personally, solely, individually liable to pay the remaining 5 crore. As long as I cannot pay it, I will definitely go to jail or I will be declared a bankrupt person. Nobody, basically, I will not be allowed to take loans. I will not be allowed to do any business because I will be a bankrupt person. Sole trader liability clear, everybody? Anybody, any confusion? Everyone, are we good? What happens if it is a basically, let's say, a partnership? Well, same case. Asset 10 crore, liability 15 crore. Now you know what will happen? Because 5 crores are remaining, 5 crore liability is still remaining. Okay, 5 crore. This will be shared. This will be shared between my partner, Vishal and Akash. They will share this liability. Let's say their profit sharing ratio was 50%. That if they earn a profit, let's say, let me just draw a line here. Profit. I know this seems very basic to many, but we are just starting. Profit. Let's say in sole trader, 100% profit belongs to individual that own the business. Okay. In partnership, profit is shared. Profit is shared between, let's say, 50-50%. If they are 2%. How this profit is decided? Depending on the capital. Let's say I bring 6 lakh, 6 crore, other person brings 4 lakh, then ratio will be 60:40. Right? This is a general basis. You can decide any basis based on amount, based on basically your own discretion. Basically, it has to be agreed between partners. So, if Vishal and Akash decide that they will share profit on 50%, tomorrow if liability comes, then this liability, they are still personally liable. It's not like they are not personally liable. They are still personally liable. But this time, 2.5 crore will be to Vishal, 2.5 crore will be to Akash, or let's say 3 crore to Vishal and 2 crore to Akash. Depending upon this ratio, the losses or the liability will be shared. But does it mean that personal assets will not be attached? No, they will be personally attached. Now I'm just supposed to pay 3 crore, Akash is supposed to pay 2 crore or 2.5. Our personal assets will be sold, home, jewelry, car, anything that is possible, and to recover the amount. If we basically pay them, good. If we not, then we will go to jail again. If not recovered fully. Clear? So, do you see the problem of doing a business? Do you see the problem of doing the business? Let's connect. Yeah. Ritika, I know that there is a limited liability partnership. Profit sharing ratio, Ashu, profit sharing ratio. Our profit sharing ratio will be 50-50, obviously. If there are 3 partners, 3-3-3, well, 1 divided by 3, or if there are 4 partners, 25-25-25. Ashu, I hope this makes sense. Right? If there are 4 partners, 25-25 each person, or if there are 2 partners, 50-50%. If there are, let's say, 10 partners, 10-10%. If profit sharing ratio is not decided. Okay, Ashu? This is basically as per the partnership. Right? Now, my question is, do you see the problem of doing a business? That if today I decide a business, just see the problem it has. It not only basically makes lose the capital. It not only make me lose the capital I invest. What is capital? The money you invest. You can say capital or you can say investment. I hope we understand the investment if we don't understand the capital. Just right now use capital is equal to investment. That the money I invested in a business, I will use that doing the business because business is risky. At the same time, my family, my personal assets will also be at risk. Whether I do sole trader or whether I do partnership. In partnership, risk is definitely less. Risk is less. Why? Because now loss will be shared between the partners. But still there is a risk. Yes or no? Ashu is asking if return in partnership agreement, then we should go with an agreement. Yes, if in agreement it is given, there is a PSR, profit sharing ratio, then we'll go with the PSR of the partnership. Ashu, this is a partnership accounting, what you are asking. Okay. In partnership agreement, we will always go, just to let you know, we will always go for the partnership agreement. Partnership agreement, whatever partnership agreement says. Okay. Because you need to agree. So there needs to be a contractual agreement. If the agreement doesn't exist, then basically 50-50. Right? Between 2 partners. If partnership agreement says, then we will follow that. Either contract or implied. Okay, Ashu? Now, so you can see the risk is very high. Risk of doing business is very, very high. Now, if risk was such that my family could be in danger, do you think anybody would like to do a business? Definitely, there will be still some people that want to do the business. But don't you think that it becomes very difficult to promote business in such scenarios? Yes or no? Just tell me, just because you made a bad business decision, okay, and that went basically wrong. Business is something you can't say, okay, what I am making a decision is absolutely correct. Nobody can do that. It is impossible. So if you decide a business decision that went wrong, so should your personal assets be suffered because of this? Are you doing a crime? You just made a business decision. Let's say you try to launch a product. You took a loan from bank for that. Right? Now what happened? This product basically didn't please the customer. But because you have a loan and you cannot repay it now your personal assets will be attached. So do you think that economy can grow like this? People can do transition like this? Yes or no? This is a problem. Are you able to understand the problem I'm trying to focus here? Right? Only Chehek is replying, everybody is silent. So that is why a concept of limited liability came. Actually, those who have read the One Up Wall Street, a very good book for, people who are enthusiastic about finance. But if not, then let me tell you, this limited liability concept came from Mr. Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln. Okay, this is a true story. Abraham Lincoln friend basically went to jail because of bad business decision. They borrowed money from bank. The Abraham Lincoln friend basically invested in the business went bankrupt, and they had liability. The person went to jail because their personal assets were not enough. Abraham Lincoln went, those who don't know who's Abraham Lincoln is the basically president of the United States, okay, USA. He was former prime minister, just like Mahatma Gandhi, so he was a former prime minister of the USA. So he went to the jail to meet his friend, and his friend told me, why was I punished? Why was I punished? Did I do any crime? And that is why Mr. Abraham Lincoln called with the concept of limited liability. What this limited liability shows. Okay, this is basically based on One of Wall Street. I could be wrong here. Maybe limited liability concept was already there. Okay, so what this limited liability showed, that if business has 10 crore asset, and their liability was 15 crore. So if business sells 10 crore assets and 5 crore is still unrecoverable, then no liability of owners. No liability of owners. Liability of owners is limited only to the asset of business. Liability of owner is limited to the assets, not beyond that. Not beyond that. It is the fault of people who given the money borrow, basically the lenders. It is their fault. When they knew the asset of the company was 10 crore only, why they provided 15 crore loan? What was basically, were they thinking rationally? Why did they provided 15 crore loan when they had 10 crore assets only? They should have looked at the financial statement of the company, that how much is the company worth? How much is company or organization worth? And only then they should have provided. Let's say it was 10 crore. We can agree you can provide 8 crore loan. Let's say you can provide 10 crore loan, but providing 15 crore loan was never an option. Why did you give in that? And now why you are blaming owners for your irrational thinking? And why to punish somebody personally because they made a wrong business decision? It was an idea. Let's say I want to create a product. that revolutionized the market. That was my idea. And you also believed in that idea. Now that's why you given me the money. Now, why should we punish the person personally? This will discourage the business. The way we know the business wouldn't have existed if there was no concept of limited liability. Okay, so this limited liability was a revolutionary concept that limited the liability of owners, meaning now the owners, or also known as shareholder. Shareholder basically is a term used for company owner. So those who form the company, they are known as shareholder. They are basically the owner of the company. So they will not be personally liable, meaning their assets will not be attached. Their assets will not be attached. Only company's assets will be attached. Business assets. Company's asset means business assets. So if on the balance sheet or financial position of the company, you see asset of, let's say, 10 crore, and you see, let's say, liability of 15 crore. Now in this case, company will only be liable to pay 10 crore, not beyond that. 15 crore will be a loss to the lender, to the loan provider. They cannot claim that any excess money, because why didn't they look that money? Why they made the decision of making 15 crore? They should have looked at that this balance sheet is quoting, this balance sheet is showing that it is a ABC limited. Why didn't they read that this was a limited? So with this, we have two concepts from the company, that its liability is limited, and there is a separate legal entity, meaning in the eye of law, company is a different person. Definitely company is not existing. Company is nothing, it's just a paper. But it is a different person in the eye of law, and the owner are different person. Okay? Company is different, owner are different. Two separate entity, separate legal entity, limited liability. Is this clear? So coming back to our original thing. If we talk about now liability of ABC Limited will be up to the asset of the company, not to the personal assets of Vishal and Akash or Vishal and Son. Clear? So opening company will always be beneficial for business, yes or no? Because now they will not be, their personal assets will not be attached here. Yes or no? Yes or no? Limited liability is not for sole trader, Ishanka. This is one of the first thing we saw here, that sole trader will have an unlimited liability because they are sole trader. They have no limited liability concept here. If there is a 15 crore loan, 5 crore will be recovered from their personal assets. This is also true for partnership who are not limited. Vishal, does it mean that there is a partnership that is limited? Yes, that is called limited liability partnership. But we are not discussing that right now. We are discussing trader, sole trader with a limited liability, partnership, where partners share that unlimited liability. Until the loan is paid, they share the liability according to their profit sharing ratio. And then there is a third concept which is called company, where liability is limited. Is this clear, everybody? Prajwal says, but the ideal capital to debt ratio is 1. No, it is 2:1. For 10 crore, there should be 20 crore capital, 20 crore debt. Okay, Prajwal, but that we will discuss in the interpretation of financial ratio. Okay, last chapter. This is the last chapter we will discuss. Labdi 5 crore will be recovered. Let's say I am basically the owner of Vishal and so on, and I have a home. So what will happen? Creditor will basically pressurize me. I need to pay them 5 crore. How will I do that? I need to sell my basically home. If I don't do that, they will come with an advocate, and advocate basically make an auction of my home so that they can fetch the value. If let's say my home is sold for 6 crore, 5 crore they will recover. They will not recover the 6 crore. After paying the fee of, the auctioneer, whatever is left, I will be getting that. Okay. In the company, you will not be able to recover 5 crore Labdi because 5 crore is gone. It is a limited liability. It was your fault that you have given the company this much loan where their assets was not this much. No. Company should be limited liability, Sanya. There are companies that basically have unlimited liability, but they are very, very rare. Normally, company have limited liability. Company is basically group of people. Partnership is basically two partners coming together. Company is a word where group of people come together. Company means group of people coming together. The difference in a company is that company normally are limited liability. Any business can be made for charitable purpose, Ashik. You can make sole trader as a charitable organization. You can make partnership as a charitable organization. You can make company as a charitable organization. Business purpose can be anything. Okay. Any more questions? Ritika, your question clear? Partnership has a limited liability, but that is a separate contract. Partnership with limited liability. This is called LLP, Ritika. This is as per India, there is a Partnership Limited Liability Act 2008, if you know about it. In India, Companies Act is 2013. There was a Companies Act 1956. It's a very old act, but then it was replaced with Companies Act 2013. I'll come with each one of them. Can partnership is able to made for charitable? I hope this is clear now. So any question left? Should we move on? Yes. Right now we are talking about Indian because in India we can relate it much better. But yeah, in UK also there is a partnership limited liability. Okay. No, Ashik, that is not the case. In India, you can open charitable act for, if let's say, which charitable partnership act you're talking about, Ashik, is it UK specific or India specific? Basically, country can also decide, okay, whether they want to allow charitable activity for their partnership. That can also be there. Let's understand, Ashik, your question. Partnership is where partner decide the profit sharing ratio. Charitable trust is where there is no ratio. So what is happening here? Let's say there is a 10,000 surplus. In partnership, in charitable trust, we don't say profit, we say surplus. So if there is a surplus, then that will not be distributed among partners. Because partnership main purpose is to distribute the profit, na, Ashik? Distribute everything. In the charitable trust, if partnership is there, then who you will basically distribute the profit. That is why you have read it that in partnership law, charitable trust is not allowed because there will nothing to be shared. Basically, charitable have trustees who basically look after the charity and basically whatever money they have received, they contribute to the cause, not to distribute the profit. Right, Ashik? Making sense? Ashik, this was your question. In sole trader, you invest money, you get profit. No. Let's first of all clear this. Let me unmute you. Where is Ashik? Yeah, Ashik, I'm unmuted you. Hello, Ashik, am I audible?
Hello.
Yes, Ashik. Please understand.
Yes, sir.
Basically, let's say I have let's say 5 crore and I want to do some social cause. Okay, I'm not here to basically make profit out of it. Okay. So what I will do, whatever 5 crore I have invested, now I will basically, let's say, promote education of children or something like that. So this is a individual doing a charitable task. Clear, Ashik? Now, second, let's say I involve a partner. Now this will be called a trust. When two or more people come in a charitable trust, this is normally called a trust. This is not called a partnership because partnership has a basic fundamental that we share profit among themselves. Right? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any confusion now?
But sir, according to the law, partnership is made doesn't made for the charitable object. If there is
No.
no
That is
profit,
what I explained now. Why law is saying that partnership cannot be made for charitable purpose because in partnership we distribute the loss or profit.
profit, yes, sir.
Basically, partners' capital is used for that. But in charitable trust, we are not sharing the profit. Even if there is a profit, now that is basically given back to the charity. That is not taken by the basically charitable trust. Let's say you invested 10 crore, I invested 15 crore. In that case, if let's say there is a loss, there is a profit, we will not get it back for ourselves. We basically charity has to be basically has to take that profit. We will not get it among ourselves. That is why the charity was there. We will be called trustee and not partnership. That is why multiple individual opening a charitable trust will not be a partnership. It will be a charitable trust. It will not be partnership. Yeah? Why the law is refusing it? Okay.
Okay, sir.
No, no, clear now? Clear now? What
Yes,
I
sir.
have
Yes,
explained.
sir.
Okay. Any more confusion? Anyone? Now let's also do some reading so that we get clarity. But I hope the way I have explained is clear. Any confusion? My speed was okay. You were able to understand. See, right now we are talking about commercial organization. Definitely there are non-commercial organization that have, let's say, any purpose. Let's first of all cover this definition. Okay. Yes, Ritika, I'll come to that. Don't worry, Ritika. Partnership and LLP is there in the syllabus, but right now we are discussing the overall broad perspective. The the LLP, sorry, the sole trader, partnership, and company. We'll discuss partnership and limited company, LLP, and basically we'll also discuss company with unlimited liability and company with limited liability also. Right now, what I have made you understand is company are open normally for limited liability. They are separately legal. Yuvraj question is then NPO will be used for partnership if profit isn't the concern? No. NPO, non-profit organization will be called trust here, Yuvraj, not the partnership. Okay, when two or more people come together to basically open a charitable cause, that will be a trust, not a partnership. Because in partnership, you share loss and profit now, but in trust, you don't share anything. Everything is for the charitable trust only for Yuvraj. Okay. Now, let's read this. I think we have spent enough time. Business exit to make profit by producing and selling goods. I understand this is a financial accounting, but we are first of all understanding the business. I'm just creating a foundation for you. Then we'll jump to the basically debit, credit, everything. So don't worry about that. Business exit to make a profit by producing, selling goods or services. Okay, meaning we either provide goods or we sell the goods or we sell the services. I am providing you coaching service, right? You are taking classes from me. This is a service selling. You basically buying pen, laptop, phone, anything. That is a buying goods. So business basically try to either provide service or good and try to make profit out of it, right? The profit will be difference between expense and income. Higher the difference, higher the profit. Agreed? Right? So, type of business is sole trader. Individuals, one individual, two individual, okay, individual who own and control. They have the 100% ownership because they have invested their own amount. Nobody has else. They manage business independently. They are the one who are managing business independently. They are called owner, okay? That basically, let's say include the taxation, ownership, legal liability, what we just discussed, that they are liable for any type of liability that is there, contractual or legal. Any basically, let's say taxation to government, property ownership, business continue with the life of the owner. If owner dies, then the sole trader dies. Sole trader business will die the moment owner dies. Okay, or sole trader retires. Let's keep in good faith. So business continuation with the life or work of sole trader. It doesn't continue after that. Okay. Complete control you will have. Why you want to open a sole trader? First of all, let's understand one. You know that there is unlimited liability. Why you want to open a sole trader? Very simple reason, because you don't want to dilute your control. Dilute your control. Okay, because company you can see means group of people and you don't want that. You want 100% ownership, 100% profit and 100% control. So you don't want to dilute that. Second, simplified. Tomorrow I want to start a business. All I need to do, basically, let's say I want to sell some food. I'll prepare the food, I'll go to the street and I'll start selling. As simple as that. No registration, no licensing, unless I need a licensing for, food selling. That is the case. Let's say online portal, I need to register myself. That is only the minimum requirement, nothing else. I have listed you the benefit for company that it is a limited liability. You will not believe. And why you are studying ACCA, ACCA, any professional chartered course, you are learning business. Because the number of formalities, documentation goes in a company is unbelievable. Let me give you an example. Currently, I work in an insurance company that has about, let's say, 1 lakh employees, somewhere about 1 lakh employees. In India, we do the accounting of that insurance company. And 1,000 people are only dedicated for the accounting. Only dedicated for the accounting. Just think about the legal compliance requirement of that company. 1,000 employees, it's not a joke. It's a multinational company, definitely 1,000 employees will be dedicated. It won't be a big number, but just think about it. How large process is, how large formality is. But in company, simple, set up the business, you are good to go. You don't need to do even accounting. You do accounting for your own purpose. We'll come to the accounting part now. Flexibility 100%. You want to stop the business, you can. You want to start the business, you can. Very simple. You are the decision maker. See, as long as you don't break the law, you are good to go. Fine. This disadvantage, basically the main disadvantage is liability. You have unlimited liability. If you basically borrow money, you basically want to start a product, you borrow from a friend, from your family, from a bank, everywhere. And you are in full debt. That means money borrowed, basically lot of money borrowed. You have borrowed too much money. You have limited finance options. What are the finance options to a sole trader? Friends, family, savings, mostly to bank, and bank doesn't provide loan to sole trader. One of the challenges in India, if you have heard about it, that SMA, basically small scale, medium, large size businesses, SME businesses faces one of the challenges that they don't get loan from bank. This was definitely improved once, the online payment happened, credit score was updated. Now loans are updated within a minute. But there was a time when bank loan approval used to take months or even years. You need to prepare your balance sheet, basically accounts. You need to basically go to the bank. Bank will say, no, we don't believe it. Get it checked by a ACCA, by a chartered. Then we will check your balance sheet for you. Then you will go back to the bank. Then bank will see, okay, we will only give you 80% loan or something like that. It was a long, lengthy process. Now, definitely this has improved with online transaction, with credit score there. Bank can check your credit history and they can provide you. The problem with the sole trader is now there is no record. They are less record. They basically work on very less documents, very, very less documents. And because they work on less documents, there is a problem that how effective, basically how truthful their business is. It's very difficult to know. For a bank, just think about it. Bank is not evil. Think about it. You are going to give somebody a money. Whether they will be able to pay you back, you will check based on their income now. What if the person is reporting fake income? How do you know that the money they are reporting is correct? That is why sole trader face this challenge, that they have very limited finance option and there's a business continuation challenge. The day person retires, the person has any accident or the person basically dies, the business will die. Okay, there will be no continuity. For partnership, basically these things are shared almost same. We are not discussing limited liability partnership. Okay, here. Okay, we will discuss this, don't worry, but here we are only discussing about partnership which has unlimited liability. Okay, partnership involved 2 or more individuals. Ashik, saying my voice breaking, everything fine, guys? So far we good? My speed is okay now? You are able to understand what I'm explaining. It's not like I'm talking to myself. Everything clear? Yes. Okay. Thanks for confirming. So partnership involved 2 or more individual joining, owning, managing. Basically, instead of sole trader, You share responsibility, you share work, and you also share profit. So at the same time, you will have less pressure, but at the same time, you will have less profit. And at the same time, you will have less liability. So if you feel you can do on your own, very good. But if you understand the importance of specialization, if you understand the other person contributing to the business, if you can appreciate that, and you are ready to share your, profit. Why? Because you are investing 5 lakhs, then the some same person would also be investing 5 lakhs. It's not like you only bring in the capital. The person in front of you will also bring the capital and skill. So maybe managing a business with your partner will be very, a good decision. There will be legal differences, admission of new partner, business continuation, taxation, ownership. So ownership is shared. Taxation is of basically partnership firm. Partner tax, if you tax partnership, you don't need to tax partner separately. Business will continue. Let's say there was Mr. A, B, and C partnership firm. Okay, this was partnership one. Let's say we want to admit Mr. D. Then the partnership old will be dissolved and A, B, C, D new will be formed. Let's say we want to remove Mr. B. Then A, C, D. This will old will be dissolved and new will be formed. So if it is admission of a new partner or removal of new partner, old firm gets dissolved and new firm gets joined. Okay, this person adding up will bring capital and basically we need to share profit. This person removing will take capital and our profitability will increase. Our profit sharing will increase, right? Earlier it was 25%, now it is 33%. But the problem is the going partner will take the capital as well as the skill. But the incoming partner will bring the skill as well as the capital. So it is your decision how you want to continue it. Advantage of the partner can be that you define the role. Okay, I am taking up the marketing and leading the company, managing the employee. You take up the finance and production. Financing easier how? Because let's say I have connections, I brought my capital. You have connections, you brought the capital. You had a connection with bank, you brought the loan. So financing becomes easier because two individual is always better than one individual. Reduce paperwork, basically not, I should say paperwork increase compared to sole trader. Sole trader has least number of paper, but partnership will have paper. Let's say we want to decide that we will basically get 50% profit. Now we need to calculate that profit now, because in owners don't bother about profit that much. But because they do the rec calculation, let's say I have sold the product, I have invested 10 lakh, I generated 2 lakhs, so 20% profit. As simple as calculation. But in partnership, you need to exactly calculate the profit, because then only you will distribute it now between the partners. There will be diverse skill and risk sharing, because risk and capital will be the liability will be shared. So definitely that is an advantage. But there are problems. You need to create a contractual agreement, legal partnership agreement. If you don't do that, then partnership act laws will be applicable. Profit sharing will be 50%. Partners will be basically giving a salary or not. So you need to create basically legal document for that. And it is always better that if you're dealing with another person, always better to document. Because if let's say you are in good term now, it's much better to document those things when you're in good terms, because when you will be going in a bad terms, and this happens in business, decisions go with a different direction. So at that time, if you don't have an agreement, if you didn't have any contractual agreement, then people will say, no, I never agreed on that. And you will be stuck there. That's why always go for the legal document. And this is the problem, that you need to go basically legal agreements. There will be slow decision making. If you are a sole trader, you can make decision very quick. You are the one who is deciding. But once you basically include somebody else, now their say will also be considered. You cannot basically rule out their possibility. You have to listen to them, right? Potential lack of incentive. Basically, your partner is doing more effort. You don't do the effort and still you get the profit. So slacking can also be there. Business continuation channel. What if partner leaves? Partner are still personally liable. This doesn't basically resolve, and partner can also get into dispute. So this is about the partnership. Let me know any confusion, any question. And we are taking 10 minutes break after this. Ashik, basically majority. It is the majority. Let's say there are three partners, two partners agree that we will admit a fourth partner. In that case, this will be admitted. Let's say third partner doesn't agree and the third partner is not happy with the fourth partner entering, then third partner can leave the partnership. As simple as that, Ashik. Removal also, basically there are laws for removal, there are laws. Let me tell you. Let's say Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C. There are three partners, Ritika. Mr. A wife and Mr. B wife. This is the classical example we used to study at school time. If Mr. A wife and Mr. B wife going into club and they basically had a fight. Now Mr. A wants to remove Mr. B as a partner because of the grudge of his wife. So Mr. A coming with Mr. C and removing Mr. B, is it possible? Well, law prevents it. There are situations that law prevents it. Normally, with majority, you can do that, but law prevents it for any bona fide case. This is a law term given in your Partnership Act, but I'm just explaining this to you. Okay, Ritika? Removal of partner, there are unjust cases, and that is why this is governed by the Partnership Act. Ideally, it should be governed by your contractual term, the partnership agreement that you have formed. If there is no, then law will govern that. Okay, Ritika? Vora is asking, sir, if it is NPR, non-profits, not for profit organization, then who's liable for loss? Vora, as I said, in partnership, you will not be able to basically share in basically, let's say you are doing a charitable organization, then there will not be any profit sharing or loss. If let's say Vora, you and I decide to open a charity, I invest my money, you invest your money. If there is a loss, we will not basically, contribute further. We have invested for the cause. If that money is gone, that is gone. If there is a profit, we will not take that money to our home. That money belongs to the trust. Okay, that is the loss suffered by the trust or the loss, basically profit shared by the trust. We don't get anything out of it. This is a trust we are talking about, not a partnership. That is why Ashik was saying that partnership is not allowed by the company. Okay, partnership in charitable is not allowed by the law, and that is a correct statement. Any question, any confusion? Are we good? We have so far understood the business only. We have not gone into the basically accounting. So please, I hope you bear with me that where is accounting in this financial accounting. Okay. All good. So let's take a 10 minutes break. In the meantime, if you want, you can cover this and we will take a break, and now we will jump to the accounting. There are many theoretical things, but we'll not go into those details. We'll go to the accounting directly. Harvey, what you can do, either you can wait at the end of the class, I'll unmute you, you can ask your question one by one if it is related to general questions, or you can contact me on my WhatsApp after the class, let's say at 3 p.m. because I'll be traveling to home. So by 3 p.m. you can call me any way you want. Okay. So if you are comfortable, I can unmute you after the class. We'll have a 10. You want, we will have a separate conversation over the call. Guys, we are on a 10 minutes break. You can take the 10 minutes break. Okay. Do let me know any feedback if my speed is okay, or you want more explanation, more question clarity. So far, we are just understanding the business. As a disclaimer, we are not understanding the financial accounting right now. Okay. 10 minutes break. Let me know any question. Okay, Arvind? Okay, so just taking up the query, we are still on break. Ishanika, your question for double taxation is from this page or general? Because double taxation is a very big concept. So not sure whether it is given this page. Let me see. Hmm. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll explain this. I'll explain this correctly. We're discussing LLP, limited liability company, then we'll explain this. Okay, let's understand this. Okay, Vora is asking LLC is private and there is a disadvantage. So Vora, this is actually related to an accounting question. I'll just show why company is given this power. Company has been given a power of limited liability. Now we'll understand why. So Prajwal is asking what does separate taxation means for company and shareholder? Yeah, yeah. So Prajwal, this is basically related to the question Ishanka asked about the double taxation. Okay, we'll just cover that. So are we back? How are you enjoying these breaks? I hope, because I'm not known for breaks actually. And this is the first class and we are taking actually more breaks. So students who have read from me, they know the number of breaks I gave and the amount of break I gave. Okay, so understanding this LLC, I think today completing this LLC is enough. We will not start the accounting. I hope you understand why, because we had to understand it. And tomorrow we'll go with the balance sheet, P&L, asset liability. This is there. So don't worry. This is just a first class. So I'm taking basically small pace, but purpose is that you understand. LLC, there were many questions you asked in the break. What about the basically, double taxation? What is a separate taxation? What is basically the, let's say, private privacy issue? Where is the privacy issue? What is this privacy issue? Why we are basically criticizing LLP and why this taxation issue is coming again and again? Let's understand this. Okay, everybody with me? Have we come from the break? Okay. See, understand. And this is the beauty. Vishal, is there too much difference in Indian financial accounting subject and ACCA? It's UK based. Sujat, to give your answer, I know many students will not understand, but this is a specific Sujay query. So please ignore if you don't understand. IFRS and then there is an Ind AS. Sujat, to your query. Ind AS is basically 95% same to IFRS. Okay, Sujay? This IFRS basically international financial reporting, which you understand basically IFRS 1, 2, 3. In India, you will see India 1, India 101, India 102, India 109. So they start from 100 series. There is IAS also, IAS 1, IAS 2, IAS 3. They start with India 1, India 2, India 3. So 95% is same, 95% is similar, I would say, and 5% as per Indian requirement, because India could not, copy pasted the IFRS. If you know, Pakistan have copy pasted the IFRS. This is known as adoption of IFRS. But in India, we knew we had a separate requirement. We cannot just copy paste what is given there internationally. So we used whatever was applicable to us, and 5% we applied our own. We applied our own. That is why India's is not same but similar. Okay, this is one thing. Second, this IFRS is applicable for large companies, large size companies. It's not a joke. It's not easy. You need basically crores of money. I just given you example of mine now, that 1,000 employees only working in account department. You need crores of money to maintain this system. Okay, this is not a joke thing. So India is also to company that has 500 more capital or those who are listed. as in India. There are accounting standard which is known as Indian GAAP. Indian GAAP. Okay, this is for small companies, and for large companies, those who don't follow India's. Okay, this IFRS is international GAAP. GAAP means General Accepted Accounting Policy, General Accepted Accounting Principles. So this GAAP is basically, if in India, we call it Indian GAAP. For larger company, it is India's. For smaller company, this is accounting standard. For let's say US, for US, there is basically US standards. So this is called US GAAP. Okay. For UK, Ireland, basically, US has an approach, they follow their own standards. They don't follow world standard. UK, Ireland, Germany, they normally follow IFRS. Okay. But according to their country, that's why this is known as Germany GAAP, Bermuda GAAP, okay, UK GAAP. Every country following their own accounting standard, but because they follow IFRS, so they are very, very same. And that's why once you study ACCA, you get a job opportunities in UK, Germany, Ireland, right? Because you are studying, what you are studying here will be applicable in Germany, will be applicable in Germany. Definitely, they will have their own country requirement, but you will be able to cope up with it. Similarly, because you are reading basically, let's say IFRS, this will be helpful for your India's knowledge in the India, for the Indian GAAP. So 90% will be covered to you, but again, you need to understand the specific law requirement of the country. I hope, Sujay, I was able to answer your answer. Those who get it, very, very good. You have a good clarity about Indian accounting standard. Those who don't worry, this will be coming later on. Okay, don't worry. If you were not able to understand it, this is just the beginning. By the end of the financial accounting, if you don't understand, that is a problem. But at the starting, I don't expect you to understand. Okay. Problem is that you don't understand after the syllabus completion. Okay. Now coming back, company. Let's say Mr. Mukesh Ambani. I'm giving you example to make you understand. Mr. Mukesh Ambani. He has Reliance Oil Refinery. I hope there is no one in the class who doesn't know Mr. Mukesh Ambani. Just in case, I'm also taking an example of Mr. Elon Musk. Okay, these are two famous popularity. This is worldwide person. This is Asia specific person. Basically, Mr. Mukesh Ambani is the richest person in Asia as well as in India. Okay, Mr. Elon Musk is the richest person overall world. Right now, I think Nvidia owner has overtaken him, but this is the case right now. So Mr. Mukesh Ambani has Reliance Oil and Reliance Retail. Okay, this is the example I normally take to make you understand. Okay, Reliance Retail Limited, Reliance Oil Limited. Let's say Reliance Retail was earning 2 lakh crore, 2 lakh crore, and Reliance Oil Refinery was, let's say, earning 10 lakh crore. What happened? Touch wood, good in faith, just basically good faith. Touch wood. This is just for explanation. I hope nothing happens. Reliance Oil Refinery, basically, oil refinery is digging the oil, right? Digging the oil, processing it further. There are processing companies, there are digging companies. So Reliance Oil Refinery basically dig the oil in the sea, as an example. There is a blast that happened in the oil because of the oil refinery. Again, good faith, touch wood, doesn't happen. This blast, basically called contamination of water, right? Pollution, people die. This is a big tragedy. Lawsuit filed against the company, 15 lakh crore. Okay, Reliance Oil Refinery Limited. Now tell me, very simple question. Whether this 5 lakh crore will be recovered from Reliance Limited or from Mr. Mukesh Ambani? Tell me. If you have understood the limited concept, tell me, everyone. Will be able to cover from Reliance Retail? Who's doing retail is selling clothing, FMCG products, not oil refinery. Tell me. Sarthak says no. Prajwal says Reliance Limited. No, you guys are incorrect. Those who are saying Reliance Limited, no. Loss. Yes, Resitika, correct. Reliance Oil. I'm not sure why you're saying Reliance Limited. Maybe you are trying to say Reliance Oil Limited. I didn't get your basically answer here. Reliance Oil Limited loss of 5 lakh crore will not be recovered from Reliance Retail Limited or not be recovered from Mr. Mukesh Ambani personally. Why? Because this was a loss of Reliance Oil Limited and not a loss related to Reliance Retail. Reliance Retail business has nothing to do with this. Reliance Retail business has nothing to do with this. And that's why their business will continue irrespective what happens in Reliance Retail. Unless this was a case of fraud, unless this is a case of fraud, Reliance Oil will basically suffer this loss. Creditor, if not able to recover, they can't do anything. They can't make Mr. Mukesh Ambani or Reliance Retail Limited basically pay them. This was a separate business, separate legal entity. First of all, is this thing clear? Tell me, everybody, those who said Reliance Limited. Reliance Limited is the parent. Those who are not clear, Reliance Limited is their parent. Even Reliance Limited is not basically bothered by it. Reliance Limited is not bothered by it because Reliance Limited is a separate legal entity. One person, two person, third person. These are three individual persons. They have a separate legal entity and separate liability. That's why Reliance Oil Limited loss will be subject to Reliance Oil Limited. And that is why now you see so many companies of a single company. Elon Musk has two companies, Tesla and SpaceX, and then Twitter. Why Elon Musk is not making a single company? Why is he so stupid? Why he wants to create three companies, manage them separately? Why not to manage them in the same name? Very simple reason. Limited liability, guys, limited liability. Whatever happens in Tesla remains in Tesla. Whatever happens in SpaceX remain in SpaceX. Whatever happened in Twitter remains in Twitter or X company, whatever you want to call it. Fraud is a separate case. There is a concept of called corporate wheel lifting. Corporate wheel lifting. Okay, I will cover it later on. Okay, fraud is a separate case. That your intention was to fraud people, then this limited liability will not exist. Just something that I'm telling you ahead. Okay, Ritika? Clear? So now tell me, because they are separate individuals, because they are separate individuals, separate entities, not individual. Individual will be Mr. Mukesh Ambani. Individual can only be a living person. So Mr. Mukesh Ambani living individual and others entities. Tell me, Mr. Mukesh Ambani will earn, let's say, profit. Okay. And also, let's say Mr. Mukesh Ambani has invested some shares and basically got dividend, interest in bank. So Mr. Mukesh Ambani will be taxed by government on the profit he has earned and the dividend and interest. Mr. Mukesh Ambani will be taxed on these items. Yes or no? What is tax? Whatever income you get, basically government takes the tax out of it. I earn salary, I earn basically professional fee, so I need to pay tax to the government. I hope there is no one I need to explain tax. Tax is collected by government on your income. Okay. Then also there is a spending tax, basically GST, which you know, but I'm not going into that. We understand tax is collected from the income. So whatever Mr. Mukesh Ambani earns, that will be a taxation. Yes or no? Yes or no? Hello. Whatever Mr. Mukesh Ambani earns, either from Reliance company or from his bank investment, anything, that will be taxation. Reliance all, because it's a separate legal entity. Government will collect tax here. If let's say there is a profit, government will collect tax here. If Reliance Retail, there is a profit, then government will collect tax here. Okay. So in both cases, government is basically earning. The person earning who is basically Mr. Mukesh Ambani. But because you have a separate legal entity, now you need to pay tax separately for each entity. For yourself separately, for entity separately, and for Reliance Limited separately. Yes or no? Each entity that is there need to pay their tax separately. Yes or no? Meaning one return, one income tax return for this, one income tax return for this, one income tax return for this, and one income tax return for Mr. Mukesh. Is this clear, everyone? Paying tax to government. Second, if you were paying attention, let's say this 2 lakh crore was the profit of Reliance Limited. Yes or no? Yes. Let's say 30% is the tax. How much I need to pay? 60, let's say 60,000 crore to government. Yes, very good, Ritika. Mr. Mukesh Ambani pays individual income tax. I pay income tax. You pay income tax. This is individual income tax. Corporate will pay corporate tax, corporate income tax. Okay, Ritika? Yeah, I'm coming, Ashik. I'm coming. I've not discussed the corporate wheel lifting. I've not discussed that. I'll just come to that. Okay. Yes, on profit. Income tax is charged on profit, na Ritika? Income tax, tax on income. Okay. Okay. Now coming, can we come back here? Please understand. Everyone, please focus here. Reliance Retail earned 2 lakh crore. No, corporation tax is also, corporation tax is what? Corporation is company tax on income. Corporation income tax. Individual income tax. Individual income tax. Ritika, clear with this word? We skip the income part. That's why you say corporate tax, but it is corporate income tax. Okay, Ritika? Ritika, clear? I need to create a separate slide. I think I'm not getting any confirmation and you guys are silent. Okay. My purpose was to explain this only, Ritika. Let's understand this with this one. Reliance Retail, okay, earns 2 lakh crore. Focus here, you will get clarity. This is a income for the Reliance because this is their profit. Profit is known as income. I hope we get it. Revenue is sale. Income is your profit, right, everyone? So you pay tax on your profit. Any confusion, anybody? I have to go to basics. Any confusion here? Now, government says, please pay 30% tax to us. So 60,000 crore will be paid to the government. Yes or no? How much you are left with? 1.4 lakh crore. Any confusion so far? Please let me know. Silence will not help me because you are asking questions. 1.4 lakh crore will be remaining profit. And this is basically tax. So this is profit before tax. This is profit after tax. Yes. Now, this profit after tax is distributed to owners. Distributed to owners. This is known as dividend. This is known as dividend. Okay. Dividend means distribution of profit. Distribution of profit. Please register this word. Dividend means distribution of profit. Sole trader earning profit, they distribute the profit themselves. Okay, they don't distribute the dividend because dividend is distributed to shareholder only. Sani, I'll come back to corporate wheel. Please focus what we are discussing. We are right now discussing dividend and taxation. I'll come back to that. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave any topic, right? Let's first of all focus here. Sole, basically, what we are discussing, sole trader, if earn profit, they will distribute the profit for themselves. If let's say partnership earns profit, okay, they will distribute the profit to themselves in the profit sharing ratio. This is known as drawings. This is known as drawings. Okay, drawing means that you, whatever earning happens in the business now, you take away at your home. This is known as drawing. Clear? So once profit is there, this profit is distributed. It is called drawing in sole trader or in partnership. But when we talk about company which has shareholder, when we distribute this is called dividend. So this 1.4 lakh crore will be given to, let's say, Mr. Mukesh Ambani. Now see, everybody, 2 lakh crore was the profit of Reliance Retail, which was a separate legal entity. It had to pay 30% tax. Mr. Mukesh Ambani received 1.4 lakh crore as a dividend. He is an individual. Now he will be charged 30% tax here. First tax on the Reliance Retail, second tax on the individual, the owner. This is called double taxation. How much in reality you earn? You earn 2 lakh crore. You paid 60,000 crore here. Now make 30% of it. How much it would be? 1428 or how much? 30, 42, 4.42,000 crore. What is you left with? You are left with, let's say, 98,000 crore. So for 2 lakh crore, you paid 60,000 crore in the company and you paid 42,000 crore as an individual. This is called double taxation. You basically, the income that was taxed is taxed again by the government because it's a separate individual. It's a separate individual. then it will not be a loss. Government doesn't give you any tax back. Okay, Ritika, if you make a loss, you are not given any profit. Okay, very simple, Ritika. Yes, yes, Ishanika. This is a tax on the first of all corporate income tax, then individual income tax. This is called double taxation because shareholder will pay tax separately and then corporate will pay tax separately. So it's a double taxation, whatever you are earning. Clear everybody about double taxation and separate taxation? Those who were confused? Okay. Yes, Bhumika. My point is, Bhumika, you open a company. Let's say you and me open a company, ABC Limited. Okay, Bhumika. What will happen that let's say company earns 10 lakh rupees. So government will ask us tax, Bhumika. So 3 lakh we will pay, 7 lakh is the profit remaining to Bhumika. Profit before tax was 10 lakh. We pay 30% to government, 3 lakh, and remaining is 7 lakh is the profit after tax. So let's distribute that profit among us, Bhumika. So let's say you receive 3 lakh, 3.5 lakh, I receive 3.5 lakh. So far clear, Bhumika? Bhumika? Yes. Now government will say, Bhumika, wait, you have received 3.5 lakh, pay us 30% on 3.5 lakh. But you will say, no, this was 10 lakh and we paid you 3 lakh already. Government say, no, you are a separate person. You will pay me tax on 3.5 lakh separately. So did you see on same 10 lakh, first of all, company paid 3 lakh and now once you have received the money, you are paying the tax. This is called double taxation. Yes, Yuvraj, very good point, very good observation. If let's say Mr. Mukesh Ambani didn't take the profit, if he didn't take the dividend, company remained the profit, it remained in the company, then there would be no tax because it is within the company. Now you have taxed the company once, now you cannot double tax the company. You can tax a separate person once they receive the income. So they will not be having any taxation. Clear? Now for loss, it was a question. Let's say this was a 2 lakh loss. So government doesn't pay you tax back. Okay. If there is a 2 lakh loss, so definitely it's not like you are asking your shareholder to pay you money for that. No, they don't do that. Loss is borne by the company and government doesn't give you any tax back. Basically, the government doesn't give you tax back. If let's say next year you will have a profit, you can offset that loss with that income, but government will not pay you any tax back. Okay. That is a very simple concept. Okay, Vora, no, this is not the case for partnership, Sania. Partnership is not limited liability. That's why if profit is taxed in the hands of partnership, it will not be hands in the partner because this is same. I'm a sole trader, I earn the profit, and then basically I pay the tax. Now I don't need to separately pay because I am the owner and there is no separate legal entity. Partnership, no separate legal entity. Partnership has paid the tax, same as partners have paid the tax. No separate legal entity. Okay, Sania? That's why separate legal entity is the concept here. Taxation double can only happen when there is a separate legal entity. We don't have separate legal entity in partnership, which has unlimited liability, and the basically sole trader. Clear, Sania? Bora, let me unmute you. Clear, everyone? I hope I am able to solve your queries. Yes, Bora, please tell me. Hello. Do you want me to unmute you or do you want me to explain separately?
Actually, I didn't understand what is double taxation.
Okay. So let's say you you have opened a company that is earning 20 lakh. 20 lakh is profit before tax. Now, as a profit you have earned, you need to pay to the government. Yes or no, Bora?
Yes.
So let's say government asks you 20%. So 20 lakh on 20% will be 4 lakh.
Yes.
So you are left with 16 lakh as a profit after tax.
Yes.
Okay. This 16 lakh is related to company. Now company can distribute this profit as a dividend to the shareholder. Shareholder will be you only, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So this 16 lakh will be given to you. So income was 20 lakh, company had only 20 lakh and 4 lakh was paid to the government, 16 lakh was distributed to you. Now what will happen? Because company is a separate person and you are a separate person. Government will say, stop, Gora, you need to pay a tax. You will say, why? I just paid 4 lakh. No, 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 no. You didn't pay the tax. It was the company. Now it is your time to pay tax. So pay as tax for 20% on 16 lakh. So this will be 3 lakh 20,000 on 20%. So now you paid 3 lakh 20,000 on that 16 lakh, which you received as dividend, because this was your income, not company. Okay.
So it means, sir, that if I didn't take the profit from the company, so just I have to pay by the company, right?
Right,
tax.
Yeah, right, right.
Okay.
In that case, that I only needed to pay 4 lakh. That would be on the company only. But because as an individual, I have received that income, I am a separate person, company is a separate person. That is why I will be taxed separately. This is not the case for partnership and sole trader, because partnership is not separate than my partner, and sole trader is not separate from the trader. Okay?
Okay, yeah, I got it. Yeah. Okay.
I hope this is clear.
Okay.
Because Ritika, if you are making a loss, then don't you think government will say now pay us tax? Do you think that makes sense? Tax should be on profit only, not on the losses. Because in losses, we should ask government, okay, you take the taxes from us. Now you pay us some money for losses, right? Okay. I'm glad, Sani, if that is the case. No, Ishanika. Income tax is collected. Income tax is collected. No, no, no. I hope you get it, Ritika. I'm not taunting you. Please, huh? You can always ask me questions. Yuvraj is saying shrinking. So I hope Yuvraj, you get the pain that I feel now when I get the salary and taxes deducted. When I get my fee for teaching you, I get taxes deducted. So you, I hope now understanding my pain. Okay. What is mutual agency? Ashik didn't get your question. What is mutual agency? So Ishanika, you are pointing out that if company pays a dividend to shareholder, shouldn't it be exempted? Ideally, yes. Ideally, yes. And you know what? In India, there was a time that this was exempted. That if you receive this 1.4 lakh, government will not ask you pay basically any taxation. It's just that government has recently changed in 2014, 2016 that if you receive any dividend about 10 lakh, it will be taxed. If you receive, you are a rich person, you will supposed to pay this tax. So double taxation, we don't care whether it's a double taxation. You are a separate individual, you will be taxed. Very simple. Those who didn't get it, please don't go there. This is something you will learn in your taxation subject in your skill level. Yes, Ishanika, dividend, basically once it is your income only, then you will be charged. If it is not your income, then you will not be basically charged taxation. Okay, tax is only on the dividend or the income. It is on income, okay, not the reserves. Okay. Just a second. So I hope this is clear. Now let's continue with our discussion. Separate legal entity. Oh, okay, I think we are on the time. So can I just discuss the corporate wheel or should I wrap it up? Because you also had a query of corporate wheel. Do let me know. Otherwise, we'll discuss that corporate wheel also. 5 minutes corporate wheel discussion. Otherwise, we'll continue tomorrow. So far, I hope this discussion and privacy. Okay. So thank you so much for being with me. So just 5 minutes, 5 minutes. I'll not get up. I know I'm on. This is the power of being a teacher. I can convince students. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You guys are very good. Great. Awesome. Now, separately, corporate wheel. See, this corporate wheel comes from the concept of separate legal entity. Separate legal entity. Why this corporate wheel is given to you? Why the separate legal entity? That Mr. Mukesh Ambani would be separate and Reliance Limited will be separate. Why? Because this comes from a concept that you are the owner. You have invested. Okay. You are known as shareholder in a company. Now you have invested in this company. This company is a separate person. Separate person. So there is a curtain. There is a curtain or a wheel. This is basically, this is words, wheel, curtain. In India, I hope you know that, many married women basically use curtain or wheel to hide their faces. So this is, we are talking about same thing. That wheel, that basically company will always be in front. Company will always be in front and not the shareholders or directors. Just to let you know, those who are aware, very good. Those who are not aware, okay, let me clarify. Company will only be managed by director. Director are employee of the company. Company can only be managed by a company, not the owners. Shareholder has nothing to do in managing company. Shareholder will not managing the company. But Vishal, Mr. Mukesh Ambani is the person who runs the company because he is also the director. Because he is also the director. Mr. Elon Musk, he is the owner of Tesla. We know that. But he is also the director, CEO, the director, the board of director. Because you as an owner can decide who will be the director. You can decide who will be the employee of the company. And that is why many owners appoint themselves. But because this is a separate legal entity and many people have money, but they don't know how to run the company. So they hire experts, they hire MBAs, they hire ACCAs to run the company because these people are experts. These people know how to do the thing. So I will be the owner and director will be the person who's running the company. Okay, so please understand, director is the person who's running the company. Shareholder cannot run the company. If they want to run the company, they need to appoint themselves as directors, as employee. Only director is allowed to run the company. Okay. Once you become a director, in that case, you will be managing the company. So when I talk about corporate wheel will be a curtain between shareholders and the company. When basically you look at the company will be basically operating so that their asset is basically the liability they are responsible for. But let's say, if I know that my company liability will be limited, I take a loan from the bank and I don't repay it intentionally. Because why? Because I know my liability is limited. So what you can do? My asset was, let's say, 5 crore. Though this was not 5 crore. This was basically not even 10 lakh. But I showed in my balance sheet 5 crore. Okay, in my balance sheet, I showed my asset 5 crore. And I took a loan of, let's say, 5 crore. Same amount. Later on, because I have a limited liability, nobody can do anything. Later on, it was 10 lakhs. So who can do that anything? Let's say I said everybody that this would be 5 crore my machinery value. Everybody, provided me the loan so that they can also get a benefit out of it. But later on, it was discovered that I was not doing any business. I was not basically trading. And when they tried to sell my asset, they could not fetch any value. Now they cannot come personally to me. They cannot come personally to me and claim anything because company liability is limited. Don't you think this will be a misuse of power? Misuse of power. This limited liability is very, very, very big threat to many shareholders, bankers. If you try to make such fraud, banking channels will be finished within days. And banking is very, very important for economy. And that is why there is a concept called lifting this wheel, lifting this curtain, lifting this wheel, lifting this corporate wheel, that shareholder now will be personally liable if they were committing any type of fraud. If your intention was to misuse this, then we will not look, there is a separate legal entity, there is a limited liability. No, now you will be personally liable. This is given in the Companies Act. Company is managed by Companies Act. In India, this is Companies Act 2013. And in UK, this is Companies Act 2006. Don't think that these are basically recently introduced Companies Act 20 years, 30 years. No, these are 100 years old concept. Basically, Companies Act in India was earlier in 1956, and I think it was something 1896. So this was recently in place. So these are the company law that manage them. According to them, you have a limited liability. You can basically enjoy that as long as you work ethically. You promote business. To promote businesses, we allow this limited liability. Now, but the moment you try to misuse it, we will lift the corporate wheel and you will be personally liable. Is this crystal clear? No, Labdi, let's say, one of the shareholder, why I told you the shareholder can appoint the director. Shareholder, let's say Mr. Elon Musk appointed himself as a director. He is the person who's working for the company. Yes or no, Labdi? Tell me. Tell me. That shareholder can appoint the director. Director will be the one who's managing the company. Mr. Elon Musk is the owner of the Tesla. At the same time, he's the director of the company. Yes. So if Elon Musk does any fraud in the capacity as a director, but because he's also the owner, so if let's say corporate wheel will be lifted and Mr. Elon Musk as a owner will have to bear the cost. Let's say it is you and I are the owner, and we basically were victim of Mr. Elon Musk fraud. In that case, our liability will not be lifted. We will still be protected by corporate will as long as we can prove our innocence. It's just that if the owner who was a director committed the fraud, personal liability will be basically the corporate will be lifted, and owner who was a director will be personally responsible. Clear? This corporate will basically, why this concept is misused by many people, that if we have a limited liability, we will basically misuse it. We'll just open company just for the sake we can take bank money and basically take other people's money and then basically misuse it. That is a concept we do. And that is why, just to avoid this situation, we create a corporate will concept. Clear, Labdi? Okay, shareholder are the owner, they cannot run the company. But if they appoint themselves as director, they become the employee of the company. Now they will run the company. Their intention should be basically for good faith. They should be running the company in a good governance point of view. If they basically mismanage the company, the intention is to fraud the people. In that case, we have to stop them. And in that case, we have to basically lift the corporate will, the benefit we are giving. Okay. So that's it for today. Please read and let me know any question and confusion. The privacy part we will cover tomorrow, because from accounting now, why we prepare financial statement on all this balance sheet P&L coming tomorrow, don't worry. And there we will discuss the privacy part. Okay. So that's it for today. This session, you were able to gain some insights. For many, I know these are very, very basics. I understand that. I understand your pain, but please understand, don't make the mistake understanding this financial accounting as your 12th standard accounting. Don't make that mistake. Consolidation will be there, company's account will be there. I'm not sure how good you are at those things. Okay. Financial accounting, ACCA study is more about understanding them practically. I'm not a stupid person who's wasting time here and giving you examples. I want you to have a commercial acumen, business understanding. Otherwise, it's pointless. You can read this financial accounting yourself. You can even pass this. There is no point in taking class. Purpose is you understand the practical aspect about this accounting and concepts. Okay. Otherwise, there's no point here. This will pain you in your upcoming exams. That is my basically my attempt is here. So I hope I was able to provide some insights. You were able to gain this. Please don't subject this lightly. I know some of you are already strong. That's all I'm saying. Second point. Yes, Ishanika. If that is the case, in that case, Mr. Elon Musk will be personally liable because his intention was misusing the law. What is the second point? Limited liability company involve investors. Limited can be public or private, where public one having. Okay. This is talking about public company or private company, Vora. If you know, private company are the people where basically money is brought by you and me as a personal individual, friends and family. We don't invite public. Public company are the one where public basically contribute the money. We can raise the money from public. We will explain this tomorrow. Okay. Public company and private company, very, very simple concept. You in the company law, you'll understand the 100 difference, but the main difference is that where you get the money, where you raise the capital, from yourself, from your friends and family, or from the public in general. Okay. In public company, there can be any number of shareholders, crores of shareholders in a single company allowed. In private company, there are limited shareholders, especially in India. In India, you cannot have more than 200 shareholders in a private company, if I remember correctly. Yes. Money from IPO is from public limited company, you correctly said. So that's it from today. I'm just taking up query. You can leave. You want to leave, you can leave the class. Okay. Any more questions? We are done. Okay, good to go. So thank you for attending today's lecture. Do let me know any type of feedback, any type of suggestions, or if you feel that lecture is good, do let me know. That will also help me continue improve it. Thank you, Ashik. Thank you so much. And tomorrow we'll start financial accounting. Yes, Harvey, you can ask your query. You want, I can unmute you as well. Should I unmute you? Okay. Thank you, Lati. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, hi Vishal. I have a question regarding, for me to book the exams, ACCA exams. When I initially joined the course, from VGLD team, they told me that I can take these exams on January, February, and March for the first three before the applied skills.
Okay.
But now,
Yeah,
when I try to book the exams, it says I can write exams only on March or June.
No. The March and June are specific module, very, very specific module. Let's say for
Okay.
law, let's say if I talk about law, let's say you try to read a specific law. There's an international law, global law, you can give the exam anytime. But if anytime you try to give the law of Ireland, Germany, or a specific country, that is only happening on March or June. These are two basically specific. And even for knowledge level, there are specific module that is specific to a country. Only those are basically March and June exams. So I think the exam you are booking maybe is incorrect. That is why you are given the date. For knowledge level, general, financial accounting, business technology, the basically management accounting, and even law for skill level. These are on-demand exam. You can book anytime if slot is available at the center, or basically there is a faculty for your home-based exam. This should not be the problem. If that is the case, please reach out to VG team. If they are not able to help you, do let me know. I'll basically escalate your matter. Okay. But this is an admin query, but do let me know if your query is not resolved. You can WhatsApp me. I'll basically escalate your case to the team.
Okay, perfect, sir.
Okay.
For your WhatsApp number, I think I don't have it. Are you already on the group or?
Yeah. In the FA group, I am there, and you can just basically send. I'll share the notes. You'll know basically it's me. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. So Sujoy, you're saying if any case you have any similar situation, Sujoy, what you can do, you can basically text me that this is the query that VG team has not answered. I will escalate your matter. Okay, do let me know if that is the case. Yes, Lati, that is a very good summary. That corporate will lifting is basically making person responsible for making the fraud. Very good. Thank you, Vora, for the compliment. Really, appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. See you tomorrow, guys. Same time. Bye-bye.